Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all, Best
versus
Movie.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Well, Hal, it's a new year, my friend.
It is.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to you. How was your New Year's? Disneyland New Year's Eve.
We went to Disneyland on New Year's Eve, and it was raining, but we rode everything we wanted to ride. We got treated very well, and it was a delightful, rollicking good time. We even got to ride Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which is always broken. So that was nice.
That is true. Most broken ride, and you got to ride it. That's fantastic. And
What'd
speaking
you do,
of treats, I will tell you exactly what I did. We went to our friends, Kate and Andrew. We went to their house, which is 10 minutes from our house.
Great.
And we enjoyed East Coast New Year's, and then we were home by 9:45.
Oh, you Shoney's
So
early bird diner, you.
Yeah. Special guest Jordan Morris, Happy New Year. What did you do?
Happy New Year, Jordan.
I did a little Shoneyzing myself.
You did?
And stayed in because of the rain. But a couple days after, I did attend a friend's kind of last minute, let's all do this, we're spontaneous birthday at Knott's Berry Farm.
Hey, nice.
This is a Southern California institution. I don't know if it's world renowned or not, but it's I will say, a delightfully janky theme park that has the Peanuts license.
Yeah.
And little else. And famous jam. They have a jam.
They do. Boysenberry invented at Knott's.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
They have a proprietary berry that was invented at the park. And you can get jams and jellies featuring the berry. And I thought the idea was like, hey, it's a Monday right after the holidays. It's been raining. We'll go and we'll just dash on everything. It was packed. It was like Coachella there for giant families.
Crazy.
It was like Coachella for families with 6 small children.
Well, it makes sense because it's inexpensive as theme parks go. So if you've got 6 small children to take,
option.
You can take everybody. You don't have to leave half the kids at home because you're like, well, we're going to Disneyland. We're going to have to leave half the kids at home.
Well, we're doing a draft. It's a snake draft this year.
It's a snake draft. So, and mom got to pick first.
Right.
It's a snake draft of 2 people. We're really just each picking our favorite kid and a half.
We had some fun. We wrote a couple of things. We spent some time in their Wild West saloon.
Sure. That saloon is great.
The saloon is a lot of fun. There's a player piano, the original AI. That's what I like to call it. Just replacing piano players.
Yeah.
And so they had so the saloon was fun. Wild West is the general theme they have going throughout the park, and they had some lovely seasonal cocktails at the Wild West saloon. One of them was Santa's Kiss. I had a Santa's Kiss. I had always fantasized what it would be like to kiss Santa.
Yeah.
And
Did someone see Jordan kissing Santa Claus in the saloon last night?
I'll never tell. What goes on in the Knott's Berry Farm Wild West Saloon stays in the Knott's Berry Farm Wild West Saloon, if you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
But yeah, if the drink is any indication, Santa tastes like vodka and Sprite.
That was going to be my guess, was vodka and Sprite. That or Sprite and peppermint schnapps, the Uncle Bill from American Movie.
No mint. No. You would think there'd be a little bit of peppermint in a Santa drink, but
I, as someone who has never had a drink ever, would have guessed peppermint schnapps and a tube of lipstick. So I was way off. That probably would have been.
It is a kissing drink.
Yeah.
Gets you ready to kiss.
Oh my gosh,
kids! If you drink a tube of lipstick, you're ready to kiss.
You're ready to kiss.
That's right. that is
from
your
someone
science.
Married 15 years, may still be a virgin. Who knows? Jordan, you're here.
So, hold on. So how do we, I'm curious about how we want to do this. If we're doing best versus movie, best what versus movie? Is the best of anything
Mark
versus any movie?
Again?
Is it? Yeah.
You get an inch, you try to take a mile. I'm
just curious how this is going to work.
In the title. Okay, this is what we're here. The reason why Jordan is being so nice to join us is because he has co-written Predator Bloodshed, which is a limited series that's coming out from Marvel next month, February 2026. And Predator, of course, one of the most famous versus movies that if you think of versus movies, then Alien versus Predator comes to mind. Jordan also wrote Youth Group, co-wrote Bubble. You know him from Jordan Jesse Go. You know him from Free with Ads, like all sorts of great stuff. So Jordan, you chose this topic.
Yes.
It's a great choice.
And I love, again, I like a topic that gives me an excuse to plug. Mm-hmm. So, and the thing I'm here plugging, Predator Bloodshed, coming soon to your local comic book store from Marvel Comics, writing from me. Art from Roland Boshi and Rory Coleman. So I was thinking of ways that I could plug Predator Bloodshed coming to your local comic book store.
Well, look, we'll plug for you because if you haven't read Jordan Morris, here's the thing.
Okay.
Genre works are always a blast. Somehow Jordan Morris takes them and goes, how do we make these more fun?
Cut it out.
Which is you are very good at. Nobody writes fun like Jordan Morris writes fun.
Nice of you to say. I hope they're rollicking larks of my works. And I think Predator Bloodshed will be no exception, a rollicking lark that has a lot of decapitations and disembowelings.
Ooh,
sure, both.
Decapitations and disembowelings.
You have to. Yes, the Predator has to collect trophies.
So could a rollicking lark beat a predator or an alien?
Great question. How many times did I stay up in my dorm room arguing that? Predator v. rollicking lark.
Oh my gosh.
I think the Predator has the advantage in that situation.
I think so.
Probably. Giant killing machine.
Yep.
And a rollicking lark is just a happy
Too
bird.
Busy rollicking. Yeah.
Too busy rollicking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't spend all your time. Kids, before you drink that tube of lipstick, don't go rollicking because that's when the Predator gets you.
That's when the Predator collects your spine.
We know you love a Santa drink, but still.
I was kind of thinking about, topics that we might discuss that would, kind of lead me to a natural plug. I thought about Alien versus Predator, of course. And I'm like, there's a lot of fun movies that I think Mark and Hal probably will have seen. I think
we've seen a fair share of them, I believe.
Yeah, yes. I think this speaks to everybody's knowledge base, and that's where the pitch came from.
Well, it is a delightful pitch. I had never really done any sort of dive into the Versus movie.
The Versaverse.
What's that?
The Versaverse?
That's right. Yeah. I was Versaverse.
You were averse to the Versaverse.
I was averse to the Versaverse.
You were versed.
Yeah.
But now you're well versed in the Versaverse.
You're well versed.
But this is a tradition that goes way, way back to now. Before the advent of the actual properly titled Versus movie, Universal first started experimenting with this. 1943's Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. There's so many that say meets or conquers, Santa conquers the Martians. There's lots of these movies that are crossovers. And then, of course, you've got 1962 King Kong versus Godzilla, which launched a million versus movies for Godzilla. And then things stayed dormant until 2003. I mean, they were dormant in that they were VHS releases, and I had a poster for Dollman versus Demonic Toys hanging up in my childhood bedroom, because why not? And then you've got 2003.
Who won that one? Spoiler alert, audience. If you're looking at this, I gotta know. I just gotta know. Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deus Ex Puppet.
Always bet on Puppet Master.
Always bet on Puppet Master. And then you've got 2003 really launches it in the modern blockbuster era with Freddy versus Jason, 2004 Alien versus Predator. And then there have been lots and lots since, including a remake of Godzilla versus King Kong fairly recently. But how do you guys want to approach this? Do you want to just throw out some contenders that we each think are up there on the list? Do we think that there is a short list already? How do you want to approach this? I will leave this to our guest to figure out how we're going to do this episode. Come over to our home and cook us dinner, basically.
I would love to. Take a seat on the couch. Yeah. If you got a whisk, I'll use it.
We have a whisk for you and a Wii for us. We're going to be over here playing Sports Resort.
I'll just be whisking up some treats
doing
for
great,
everyone.
Jordan.
Any dietary restrictions? I yell from the kitchen.
Nothing whisked.
Oh, well, I'm going to go to Little Caesars.
Great.
I'll be right back. Pizza.
Just one for me.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of thought maybe we would just kind of throw out some favorites. Maybe we could like get rid of anything that's kind of redundant. Of course, you don't want this thing to just be full of Godzilla movies, even though it could be. Yeah, and then maybe narrow it down to, the 4 favorites and then do a verse, this, and then winner moves on.
Welcome to the Versaverse.
Yeah. I'm also curious because there's so many different ways to go here in terms of what makes the best versus movie. In my brain, is it like the movie that best fulfills the promise of its title? Like you get a lot of the two things versus one another. Is it how good the movie is? Is it how ridiculous the movie is? Could it be any of those? And we'll just see what speaks to us.
Yeah, I think there's all different versions. There's so many different great versions of this. If you go to movies that simply have that in the title, that are not kaiju fighting each other or superheroes fighting each other, because you've got The People versus Larry Flint. You've got, there's lots of other versus movies that don't necessarily fit the Comic-Con version of, or the promise of, I have one intellectual property giant versus another intellectual property giant, and we're going to have them duke it out as a big cynical money grab for us and a delightful popcorn romp, hopefully for you.
Yeah, because I think that like you have all of that thing you described, Mark, that yes, we have 2 intellectual properties. They will be fighting, it's this thing you've done with action figures, but we've made a movie out of it.
Yeah.
So you have those, but then I do think it is worth discussing the kind of outlier movies where it is, something people would consider a air quotes good movie. Yeah. It just happens to have versus in the title. You mentioned The People versus Larry Flint. I'll also bring up Kramer versus Kramer. So
can I tell you?
Yeah.
That is number 1 right now on my personal list of ones to throw out there because it's the only versus movie that won Best Picture.
That's true. Well, we should check on that. Ken, did Freddy versus Jason win Best Picture?
We should check on that.
It certainly was nominated, right?
Let's just check. Yeah, because I don't really remember that year. So just have somebody.
Can you double
the producer check?
We'll just check and see.
So, once he's checking on that.
Also, check on Santa Conquers the Martians.
Right.
If there was a release that used verses in
there might have been.
release.
Yeah, it could have been like in Italian. They changed Conquers to
and
verses.
And if it won an Italian Best Picture Oscar, just can you check that out?
And also that one with the Abbott and Costello knockoff that meet a Brooklyn Gorilla. Did that one win?
Right.
I think that got the Palme d'Or at Cannes.
It did. Yeah. It got the New York Film Critics Association Award. Usually leads to the Oscar, but not always.
Why don't we start with some of the outliers?
Sure,
then? We'll start with some of the outliers, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty Comic-Con versions of versus movies. How's that sound?
That sounds amazing. Yeah. So let's do. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful plan. Kramer versus Kramer. Obviously,
let's start. Sure.
I'll also throw in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Gosh, that's a good movie.
The recent, I'm going to go ahead and say it, animated classic, The Mitchells versus the Machines.
A lot of love for Mitchells versus. I have not yet seen Mitchells versus Machines.
It's terrific.
I looked it up. That cast is brilliant.
Amazing cast. Yeah,
fun.
You got a Danny McBride in there.
Maya Rudolph.
Great voice cast. Very funny, heartwarming. The action's pretty thrilling. It's a terrific movie. But yes, have we all seen Scott Pilgrim?
Yes, love that too. They're both very stylized.
Yeah,
Mitchell's versus the Machines is highly. Was that a like 2020, 21, 22 somewhere? It was somewhere in like the pandemic era where it didn't get a theatrical release as well. Like Netflix would have put it in a theater at the time.
Was it Netflix or Apple TV? One of those.
It was Netflix.
Yeah, I think it is a Sony movie. So I think maybe in a non-COVID world it would have gone to theaters and then to Netflix. But I think because of COVID, it just went right to Netflix. But I think was considered a pretty big hit anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a really big deal at the time. I feel like it hasn't endured to the level that it should have, which is not a knock against it. It's a knock against all of us for not watching it every year and telling everybody else to watch it all the time. So this is, kids, after you drink your tube of lipstick so that you don't become a Predator's spine cape, you should go watch the Mitchells versus the Machines.
Agreed.
It's just great.
All right. Let's talk about Scott Pilgrim, though. You mentioned Scott Pilgrim as the other one of these. What I love about that movie is you mentioned the stylizing. Like, I love, if I'm going to sit in for a popcorn movie And I think we're talking mostly popcorn movies today. If I'm going to sit in for a popcorn movie, I love the idea of it's basically just a menu, a table of contents. Like, here is what the movie is going to be. And that movie is so good at like, here is the setup. So we're going to do some style things because it's comic booky and kind of video gamey. And we are at like, I like a movie that is like an outline. Just give me the outline of the movie as we're starting. It's like Diggstown. You know, the old movie Diggstown where it's like, all right, you got to beat 24 boxers in 24 hours. Great. Set me up a movie Diggstown, like it's a reality show.
What a setup. Yeah.
Watch Diggstown. It's amazing.
Great premise.
Yeah.
I guess Louis I'm also Gossett thinking Jr. of Gone in 60 Seconds. Like, you got to sell 60 cars in an hour. I don't know what the actual time frame is, but it's something like that.
Yeah.
And then box them.
And then box the cars.
Steal 24 boxers and put them in your cars.
Right.
And then
you
get
have
out of
24
town.
hours to steal Louis Gossett Jr.
He likes to hang out at Cantor's.
That movie is so fun, though. What do you guys think? Scott Pilgrim, not Diggstown.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim is great. And I think, you know, like in recent years, I think people are, you know, taking a look at that main character, Scott Pilgrim, and saying, hey, maybe a little problematic. Maybe maybe the hero of the movie has a lot of flaws. I think the movie knows that to an extent.
Yeah.
And I think when I watch that movie, I do hear some of that criticism, but I think the good parts of that movie still like stick out. And again, so many great performances, awesome cast. And just that choice to, you know, I think a lot of like comic book movies sometimes run from the source material, you know? I think, we've all seen those comic book movies where if you know the source material and then you go to the movie, it's like, oh, people seem to actively dislike the source material, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, whoever was making this movie thinks comics are dumb or thinks that the source material is silly and is just kind of using the IP to get a movie made.
Was that what happened with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah, I think that's a good example. That's a really good example of like...
Because that comic book is fantastic.
Yeah. It really is, yeah. And it just kind of becomes a generic action movie. But I think Scott Pilgrim just does a great job of like, you love the comic, here's everything you love, you know, with a big screen budget and stars and stuff. So the style of it all and the little video game touches that are in the book, so good.
Very Edgar Wright. Like a perfect sort of expansion of what he was capable of.
Right.
You already knew he was talented, but that I think just showed you it's hard to make a faithful adaptation and still make it feel fresh. And he managed to do both, which is really impressive.
Yeah. And it's got Michael Cera.
And it's got Michael Cera. And Kieran Culkin and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Chris Evans.
Let
me look at the IMDb real quick. I'm just going to read
And that's one of those, like, you kind of forget that those people weren't huge stars during this movie.
Yeah.
They were kind of more indie actors. You know, like Chris Evans wasn't Captain America yet. Pre-Succession Kieran Culkin. So whoever cast that movie, what a great eye for talent, you know?
Amen.
Yes.
There's several Avengers in that movie.
There are quite a few Avengers. Yeah, it's an Avengers heavy. Everybody's an Avenger now at this point.
Yeah, sure.
That's true, yeah.
Here's another one that is not two IPs, but it is two brand names, which is Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie. It's a really interesting story. I like movies set in the 60s.
Sure.
And
what an era.
Not only great performances from Matt Damon and Christian Bale, which is no surprise, but Tracy Letts is also in it as was it Henry Ford Jr. or the third. He's the person who's taken over the Ford Motor Company, and he's great also. Like, just everybody in it is just brilliant.
Love me some Tracy Letts. Love that Tracy Letts will be like, I'm going to go make Ford versus Ferrari. Hang on, let me write a play real quick and put it up in Chicago and then move it to Broadway. Then I'll go make another movie. Like, dude's working. Hardest working man in show business.
That's such a great movie to like watch with your family during the holidays.
Yeah.
That's such a great, like, everybody can agree on this movie.
Yeah.
Something for everyone. I don't think I've met anybody who at least actively dislikes it. Like, everybody seems to like, if you've seen it, you probably like it.
I mean, I don't turn it on with my family at the holidays because it's like, do we want to watch my dad's favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life, or my Italian father's probably less than favorite movie where Italians in general are the bad guys?
Oh, yeah. I guess it does have villainous Italians.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Pop, you want to feel good or do you want to just be like, don't Italians suck for the rest of the night?
You don't want to watch your heritage get dunked on by American steel? What's wrong with you?
USA.
Oh, gosh. No, it's a great movie.
Yeah, maybe
great
It's a Wonderful Life, the better choice in that situation.
Just for with my dad for Christmas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ford versus Ferrari. Great movie. Another, I'm going to throw out People versus Larry Flint. We mentioned it before.
Yeah.
I always loved that movie as a great courtroom movie. Yeah. A great performance from Woody Harrelson. Great performance from Courtney Love.
Yeah. That was from the era of Courtney Love, movie star.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And Milos Forman, biographical picture maker.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing else.
Sure.
It does it's got the same problem that I have with Joker in that let's not necessarily romanticize a guy who's not all virtues.
Sure.
Also, why wasn't Batman in it? If you're going to make a movie about Larry Flint, Batman should be in it. They're kind of tied together.
Yeah.
Just like Joker.
Mm-hmm. They're two sides of the same coin, you know?
Yeah. Oh, they should have put Two-Face in it.
Larry Flint's just like, we're not so different, you and I.
Bring me the Batman.
Yeah. And maybe I think I'm remembering the time correctly that like Woody Harrelson, like weird choice for that movie at the time. Maybe he was just mainly known for Cheers. And then he has to do this like big, character who was a real guy.
Was that post Natural Born Killers?
Oh, it might have been. Yeah.
Because Natural Born Killers, it seems like that's where he jumped into the world of.
This was a much bigger, that's like almost an ensemble. Like Juliette, that feels like more like a Juliette Lewis movie that he's also in. Like his big movies at that point were that, White Man Can't Jump, and Money Train. And then all of a sudden, he's going to play Larry Flint. I think to your point, Jordan, it was sort of a turning point in his career. Yeah. I don't know if you don't have that movie. If he hadn't done that movie, we might not have gotten True Detective or some of the other great stuff he's gotten to do since.
I'll say I was, while we were talking, I was going to Google Woody Harrelson, just maybe like take a look at his IMDb, make sure I'm remembering all that right.
Yeah.
And when I Googled it, it autofilled to Woody Harrelson Weed Lounge.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So Woody Harrelson owns a weed lounge here in LA called The Woods. The Woods. Cute.
Wait, is that the place on Hollywood and La Brea? Right by Mashti Malone's ice cream? Because if you're putting in a weed lounge right next to an ice cream parlor, you, sir, are a genius.
I think that is the dive bar, The Woods.
Oh, different The Woods.
Yeah, this is very close, though. Similar neighborhood.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I'm sure they've had some problems with that name.
That shopping center is where Mark and I met. The next stage upstairs.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
the Berrubians.
Where the Berrubians performed.
That's right.
Home of Craig Berrubi's Berrubians.
Was that like an improv group you guys were in? Yeah, okay.
It was an improv theater.
I don't think I ever met Craig Berube. We were doing a show there.
Is it Craig?
Craig? I don't know.
Couldn't
even tell you.
All I remember was that his
right. Is it Berube?
Barabe? Balaban.
It doesn't matter.
So
why are we talking so much
about... The director named the improv group after himself?
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing.
It'd be like me having, guys, hey, do you want to join I think we should form an improv group. Let's call it the Gagliardians.
Of the galaxy.
The Gags.
The Gags.
The
Gaglians of the Gag. No.
The Gag.
I can't find it.
The Gagliverse.
That is a very funny move for like the king of a small kingdom. Like, and I'm naming the group after myself.
Yeah.
Those improv directors can kind of be tyrants sometimes too. I kind of like, I don't know if that was this guy's deal, but
also I want to meet this king of this small kingdom who just is focused on his improv group.
Yeah.
That's the guy I'm really excited about. Sire, we are not raising enough tax money in this country. To the Black Box Theater. No, that's not going to solve this.
That will not raise any money.
May I have a suggestion?
We are branching out into long form. We will not be doing the short whose line games, but we will be doing the longer patient scenes.
The son of the neighboring kingdom will have a script in hand. My daughter will have none. Witness their union. Why don't we take a quick break? I have a couple other non-franchise versus movies, but you need to hear this first, and then we'll tell you about them.
Ooh.
Hello, I'm Sierra Cotto, host of TV Chef Fantasy League, and I'm here with Max Fun Member of the Month, Dan Kotnick, who has been a Maximum Fun member since 2023.
Thank you very much.
As the Max Fun Member of the Month, Dan, you'll be getting a $25 gift card to the Maximum Fun store.
Cool.
And you get a special Member of the Month bumper sticker.
Yeah.
This is a huge one. You get a parking spot at Max Fun headquarters, HQ, in Los Angeles, California.
Sounds good.
Is there anything else you'd like to add as Member of the Month?
This is my opportunity to say thank you to everyone that is a part of Maximum Fun, because you guys have just created a media environment that clearly resonates with a lot of people. Being able to do that organically is really impressive, and I think that's the root of why I've been such a big supporter. And so I want to just thank you guys for committing to that goal.
It's for members like you, Dan, and you specifically are Member of the Month for a reason.
Thanks. Bye.
Become a Max Fun member now at MaximumFun.org/join.
You know, we've been doing My Brother, Me for 15 years. And maybe you stopped listening for a while. Maybe you never listened. And you're probably assuming 3 white guys talking for 15 years. I know where this has ended up. But no.
No, you would be wrong. We're as shocked as you are that we have not fallen into some sort of horrific scandal or just turned into a big crypto thing.
Yeah, we don't even really know how crypto works.
The only NFTs I'm into are naughty, funny things, which is what we talk about on My Brother, and Me.
We serve it up every Monday for you if you're listening, and if not, we just leave it out back until it goes rotten.
So check it out on Maximum Fun or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. The first one that I have is I don't think there's any conceivable universe in the verse where this could win. But Joe versus the Volcano is a movie I saw in the theaters multiple times. Not because I thought it was good. I don't even know why I saw it the second time. Because the first time I realized at the age of 11, which is how old I was when it came out, I was like, this is not good. This isn't big.
I definitely have seen that movie. It's been a minute. And is the legacy of that movie is that it is a bad movie and like a bad Tom Hanks movie? Or
I think it was just a flop, but I think it could get made better now and be fine.
What? Why would you make it again? Just make something different. Why try to make that again? Do you have an idea for it? Are you pitching it around?
No, I'm not pitching. I just do it, but better, louder, faster, funnier, right?
Who are you, my aunt who told me I should be on SNL because they weren't funny?
Oh my gosh.
You're better than them. You should be on
SNL. 30 Rock, you bring your resume and you tell them I'm ready to work.
Yeah, they respect that. They respect it.
We love a relative giving us showbiz advice.
Yeah, my dad told me
nowhere near the business.
Comedy.
When I told him I needed a day job while I was auditioning in LA, he said, "Well, just do Broadway then until you get your TV show."
That's a good
It's like,
tip.
that's a good day job, except it always happens at night, except on Wednesdays. But other than that, it's a great day job. All right. Do we have any more in the non-IP matchup besides the one that we have not talked about at all? The Best Picture
Tucker
winner.
and Dale?
No, I'm
Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Oh, we have Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I like that
That's
movie
true.
a lot too.
That movie's so funny.
I feel like it's a darling, like a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a winner.
I feel like that was like an early streaming movie, like in the early days of Netflix. You know, Netflix had a couple of things, and one of them was Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and I think it
was
really
buzzy.
benefited from that. Yeah.
And friends liked it. Friends introduced me to it. Like it was always one of those kind of movies.
Alan Tudyk and Tyler Labine, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a good cast.
Wow, what a pull by me. I
done.
can feel my brain get exhausted after I thought of it.
But I think if we're dividing this up the way it seems we're dividing it up into IP battles and then the other category being movies that just had verses in the title, we have to talk about Kramer versus Kramer.
Yes.
Have you both seen Kramer versus Kramer?
I haven't. It's been a minute though.
Okay.
Same.
It is. I mean, if it is a battle of two titans, and usually it's two titans who are physically adept at battling one another, this is a battle of two titans who are both two of the best actors of their and all like not recorded time as in written history, recorded time as in the history of recording, some of the best actors ever to work. Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman. Meryl Streep on The Stand. Come on.
If we're drawing a parallel, which one is Alien and which one is Predator?
Ooh, was there one that was there the whole time in AV? They were both there the whole time in AV. It's not like the Predators left and moved to California and then 15 months later came back and were like, you know what? I want our Predator alien baby.
No, yeah, I think the first movie happens mainly in a pyramid in the Antarctic.
Ice pyramid.
An ice pyramid, yeah. So I don't think anyone moves to California.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Again, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but
You do have me thinking about it, though. I think that Kramer is Alien, but Kramer is Predator.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to.
That makes sense.
I think Meryl Streep actually is the alien because if I remember right, at least in the comics, the Predators were like young Predators who were there. Like they were there, brought there to try to hunt the xenomorph. And so they're a little over their head.
Yeah.
They're in over their head, as is Dustin Hoffman's character.
That's true.
All of a sudden becoming a single parent.
Yeah, and the scene where the Predators have to make French toast and they don't really know how to do it very well.
Yep.
But they claim like, no, this is always how you're supposed to make French toast.
Yeah.
But their Predator babies are like, no, it's not, man. I'm getting the ice cream.
And of course, if Meryl Streep gets a hold of you, she will lay her eggs in your chest.
Famously.
It's so good. There are the problematic moments of Dustin Hoffman doing really method actory stuff that Meryl Streep did not appreciate after the fact. Like, she didn't know he was going to throw the glass. It was like, hey, man, don't throw a glass that is glass when I'm sitting next to you. We're actors. Right. Warn me before you do something like that.
Yeah, I think I think we have a little theme here of like some of these movies have toxic dudes that have been glorified over the years, and maybe we've reconsidered some of this stuff. But yeah, I think that is like a great movie that people should still watch.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much all movies until the last couple of years, though. We're reckoning with problematic protagonists.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them, and we're here for the reckoning. We're here for it.
Who better than us?
Well,
who better than us?
Let's figure it out, guys.
Yeah.
I have a new movie, Louis C.K. versus Mr. Beast, that I think is going to really age well. I'm very excited about it.
Oh, boy. I hate
It's a mini-series. It's really long.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's long.
I was going to pitch Logan Paul versus an actual professional anything.
Drywall. Yeah. Drywall with my drywall guy. See how you do.
CPA.
Logan Paul. Yeah, CPA. Balance my books.
Paul versus
what if we
CPA?
did Shaq versus, but with no talent?
Oh.
What about Shaq versus? Well, we're not doing TV shows.
That's a TV show.
That is a great TV show, though.
I think we can all agree that Shaq versus would win. If it was eligible, but it's not, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It would be too short an episode if we left him in.
That's true.
As a TV show, we can't have that.
All right.
Let's talk about
here's
IP.
Just a little. Oh yeah, I hear maybe an idea. What if we had two? Again, I'm in the kitchen. You guys are on the couch, watching "It's a Wonderful Life."
You're not whisking anything in there, are you?
No, I'm using a fork.
Okay, because Hal's allergic.
I can only eat whisks now.
Oh,
can I have a whisk to eat?
Sure. Yes. Do you want it seasoned at all, or just
no? I'm super white.
I'll send that over. Okay. Could we have a monster category and then a non-monster movie category, and then we put the monster movie versus the more traditionally quote unquote good movie?
Yeah, I think that sounds great. The winner of that battle goes up against, or can we, okay, then should we pick now our ultimate objective victor from this first category?
I mean, I think you could make a case for Kramer versus Ferrari or Kramer versus Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Or Kramer versus the World.
Yeah.
I think both of those would feel right to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to sub in Larry?
They're so different from one another.
Which one?
Scott Pilgrim and Kramer?
Sure.
Take them both.
I was going to say, what if we have that as one of the two final matchups? And then we pick our monsters, and then we put the monsters versus the.
So it'll be a final four. Nobody's getting a bye.
Yeah.
No buys.
Gotcha. Okay, no buys. All right, cool.
And this episode is 5 hours long.
So I'm going to throw out a few of these,
please,
of the monster ones. You tell me any honorable mentions you want to put in there or anything else that you would like to add. And I realize as I did it that I'm going to have to eliminate one off of this because it's a superhero one. And I've got Alien versus Predator, Godzilla versus King Kong, and Freddy versus Jason. What else do we have in the monster versus monster?
They're like monsters, right?
Batman and
Who's
Superman?
monsters?
Yeah, Batman and Superman are monsters.
Depending on if you're Lex Luthor and the
That's
Joker,
what I said,
then
yeah.
yes.
No, I was saying the three that are for the monster category that I'm thinking of are Alien versus Predator, Godzilla versus King Kong, and Freddy versus Jason. Do we have any more to add to the monster section? There's a lot of those kaiju ones that are great, but
yeah, there's so many great Godzillas. Just to bring it up, I don't think it's winning this thing, but I do want to shout out Godzilla versus Biollante from 1989. Godzilla versus a giant plant monster that has the soul of a scientist's daughter in it.
Oh.
And there's a wonderful detail in this movie. It's in a world where Godzilla has attacked before.
Yeah.
And so two of the characters go for drinks at the Godzilla Memorial Lounge. So it's like
that's
in a hotel.
great.
Anyway, so I was like, take me there. Can I just go for drinks and a light bite at the Godzilla Memorial Lounge?
Is Godzilla versus
fun place to meet him
Biollante-
before dinner. Yeah.
Do you think he ever stepped on the Godzilla Lounge, or do you think he purposefully avoided? He's like, nope, that one's mine.
I think it's a good way to make sure Godzilla doesn't destroy something.
Yeah, just put Godzilla stuff all over it.
Like, oh, yeah, look, we love
smart.
you here.
Is that
No,
the
we're
one
Godzilla City.
where there's a chemical company that has this like proprietary molecule they've created?
Yeah, based on like Godzilla's DNA or something. Yeah, sure.
Because here's my beef with that movie.
Okay.
This is a company whose biggest secret is this molecule, and they have a statue of that molecule in the courtyard of that building.
Right.
That's like the headquarters of KFC having a list of what 11 herbs and spices are and the ratios just hanging on the wall outside.
Yeah, you're right. Bad business.
It's bad business.
It's bad business.
But that is a great movie. I remember that being emotionally effective, that movie.
Yeah, I know. And it definitely, I think it's also one of the ones that has the woman who can psychically connect with Godzilla. I like those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it has the little kids who can psychically connect to Godzilla as well.
Yeah. So, oh, man, that
I like
movie's
thinking
really
that there's
fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I like thinking that, Godzilla sees us in some way. He's not just stepping on us willy-nilly, but,
Yeah.
And we see him. At least a couple of kids do.
Yeah.
We all live together in this big blue marble. We might as well be able to, at least a few of us, psychically connect.
Exactly. That's beautiful.
I loved Godzilla versus Kong, the 2021. I thought it was so good.
It's a hoot.
It's really, really fun. And I think it's the best version or a great version of this, because what this movie promises is you're going to get Godzilla, you're going to get King Kong. There's probably going to be human characters with human needs and emotions, but we don't care. Give me Godzilla versus King Kong and just make it look very cool. And they did a great job of it.
Yeah.
Multiple fights.
Those legendary movies, I mostly like. They're a mixed bag. I think the ones that are most successful are the ones that kind of like lean into or try and imitate the kind of campier, crazier Godzilla movies. Like you have your Godzilla, like, the original, -1 that are kind of like, this is social commentary. This is a metaphor for, what man does to the earth, man's, inclinations towards war. They can be kind of heavy. But then, like the original Godzilla versus King Kong was the first time he versed anyone. And it was this kind of campy pro wrestling kind of thing. And, it was a little sillier and a little more for kids. So I think the legendary movies, the American ones that they're making, I think the best ones have been the sillier, more fun ones. And I think Godzilla versus Kong set a good tone for those. And also it contains a heroic podcaster.
Yeah.
Right.
A heroic podcaster that saves the day.
Oh, how do we not pick the movie where the podcaster saves the day as the objective
Yeah, are we
winner?
done? Oh, my goodness.
It's not at all subjective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, someone recognizes us for the heroes we are.
Oh.
And then the next movie they said, do you remember Conan O'Brien invented Godzilla? Did you hear about that?
He was late to
Speaking
the
of Conan
game. We all know
O'Brien,
this.
Conan O'Brien was in a great versus movie called Sharktopus versus Terracuda.
That's right.
Pterocuda, as in pterodactyl. Because, of course, you have a Sharktopus and a Pterocuda.
Pterocuda.
And Conan O'Brien's in your movie.
Is Conan actually in that movie?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Makes a cameo that, hey, man, sometimes if you're the big star, a cameo is all it takes to get your name above the title.
Oh, man. I mean,
I guess there is that whole world of movies, the like, you know, from the minds and budgets that brought you Sharknado. There is a lot of like, you know, fire tarantula versus, you know, Steelosaurus or something.
I like it when they're directly related to something that just came out. Our friend Lauren wrote one of these movies right after Cocaine Bear came out, wrote a movie called Meth Gator.
Amazing.
Wow.
Of course she did.
I love
Perfect.
a mockbuster. I love a mockbuster.
That's so good.
It sounds like we all really like Godzilla versus Kong from 2021. Should we let that be Godzilla's representation on the bracket?
As wonderful as Godzilla versus Biollante is, I don't know that the promise of what a versus movie is necessarily reaching its full potential with Biollante. King Kong and Godzilla, everybody's heard of both of them, and they did it satisfactorily.
You're right. That's a great point. Yeah, that is something that people, that probably people talked about. That's probably, you know, how that movie got made in the first place, is like everybody, you know, everybody wants this. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that logic is sound.
All right, so that's our Godzilla entry. Now we've got Freddy versus Jason and Alien versus Predator. What do you want to talk about next?
I mean, I don't want to be accused of being a shill here. I don't, you know, but you know, to an extent, I'm a company man. I do really like that Alien versus Predator movie. I think it's aged pretty well. I think it's got a lot of great practical stuff in it. It's got that big alien queen that's a puppet. Predator's still a guy in a suit. I think we've had some CGI Predators over the years. Haven't worked as well. I think Predator should be a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Give me a great stuntman with those Predator dreadlocks and just let him go to town on an awesome movie.
For sure. I don't know. I mean, it has Lance Henriksen in it. Lance Henriksen comes back for that.
Yeah. And you've got the introduction. You always want that moment where the two characters meet. And Xenomorph popping out the chest of a Predator is a pretty good version.
Cool. It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I think maybe at the time it was considered a little bit of a disappointment, but I think it's aged great.
I mean, it's hard you're not going to age poorly if you're something as timeless as a pyramid in Antarctica.
Sure.
True.
Nobody looks at that and goes, yeesh, that's the Walkman of buildings.
Oh boy, how sweaty, huh? Everybody was talking about pyramids in 2004 and it's like when somebody pulls out a Zune in a movie, you know?
I love the,
Let me get my mini drive and put some music on it. The thing when I saw Alien versus Predator, I felt like I wanted more of Aliens versus Predators in it than I got.
It's fair.
Like I felt like I wanted more of them fighting one another. That's my memory of it. I've not seen it since I saw it in the theater, but that was because I love Predator, love Aliens versus Predator. Like, I want more. I'm very greedy when it comes to that.
Sure. I think there's a world where you make a silent version of that movie with no humans, where it is just aliens and predators fighting each other for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And that'd probably be pretty good.
Sure. Like that Mayan movie. It was like, nobody here speaks Mayan.
Apocalypto.
Yeah.
Apocalypto versus Predator would have been great.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Apocalypto versus Kramer.
Versus Ferrari.
But from Seinfeld.
Versus Ferrari.
Freddy versus Jason. I've long said this. Of any movie that has existed in the history of time, it fulfills the promise of its title better than any of them. It is.
Yeah.
Great premise for bringing them together. And then it's just them fighting everywhere. They're fighting here. They're fighting Camp Crystal Lake. They're fighting in dreams.
Yeah.
So nobody ever has the upper hand. And just the idea that their big beef is Jason killed people before Freddy could kill them. And then he realized he had to stop Jason because he was the ultimate killing machine is so it's such a it takes like the clever parts of Nightmare on Elm Street and brings it with that idea that Jason's just unrelenting and cannot be stopped. And it really it's a real chocolate and peanut butter for me.
Oh, yeah.
I do like that movie a lot. Does that have the thing where they had a stoner character and then Freddy appears as the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland and is like blowing on a hookah?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Pretty
that
good
has
Freddy
it.
moment.
Breckenmeyer, I think, is the.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think that is
stoner.
Breckenmeyer.
Yeah. They have that great scene where they tag team kill the woman that was in Destiny's Child.
Oh, right. Kelly Rowland, maybe?
Kelly
is in
Rowland,
this?
yeah. So Kelly Rowland is getting in Freddy's face, and Freddy just gets this grin on him, and then from behind, oh, Jason.
Yeah.
Like that movie really does. That's a great way of putting it. It just fulfills the promise.
Boy, yeah. I listen, I like Alien vs. Predator a lot. I am not mad if Freddy vs. Jason wins this.
Yeah.
And again, I think you're right. I think it does kind of revel in the like stupidity, and it does kind of understand what it's promising really well. So yeah, I'm not mad if Freddy vs. Jason moves on. I think it is a really fun movie.
Yeah.
And it also has its version of what keeps happening in versus movies where they just go out into the ocean continuing to fight.
Sure.
But all the humans are safe now.
Right.
But in this version, they go out into Camp Crystal Lake and then they each get their final, Opie's not dead. Opie's not dead either. Credits.
Does it end with like Jason carrying Freddy's head, but then Freddy's head winks?
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. Good ending.
It's a good ending. Oh, that movie is satisfying.
Weren't they talking for a minute about doing another one of those, but adding Ash?
Oh.
Did anybody remember ever seeing that little rumor or news
but that's
blurb?
great.
Anyway.
No, but that's a great rumor.
That's
When
great.
they
I
do
want
it.
that to be true.
I know. Me too.
All right. There's one other monster one that we haven't talked about, and that's
Yes.
Billy the Kid versus Dracula.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it. Okay. It's great.
When
It's
did
a
that come
Carradine
out?
Dracula that came out in the 60s. Billy the
Okay.
Kid had mended his ways and was a good guy now, but
Oh my
unfortunately his fiance on the ranch, as is always the case in a Dracula movie, looked like Dracula's ex. So
Oh,
here
yeah.
comes
That
Dracula.
happens a lot.
I'm like, oh man, get over your exes, Drac.
Yeah,
Let
right,
Billy the
move
Kid
on.
become Billy the Man.
Work on yourself, Dracula. Work on
Yeah.
yourself. Don't just go getting
Holy
into another
cow.
relationship.
Right?
Reconnect
Yeah,
with
you
friends.
need therapy.
Check out a hobby. Yeah, go into therapy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why you don't see anything when you look in the mirror, because you're not looking for it.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
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 That would be a very good, like, modern Dracula movie. He goes to therapy, and then the final shot is him seeing himself in the mirror. For the first time. For the first time.
Feel the sun on your lips. No one can feel it more.
Oh, that's
He
delightful.
turns into a bat and flies into the sunset,
Yeah. That would be beautiful.
and then turns to
We're
powder.
expecting
'cause
the
he's
next Blade
still-
movie. Put that in there.
Oh, Ken sent this.
Not too late.
Ash versus Jason versus Freddy was a comic in 2008.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
So, yeah, let's make it into a proper movie.
Yeah, there you
Because
go.
that'd be awesome.
I think right now our finalists are Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Kramer versus Kramer, Freddy versus Jason, and You
Godzilla
wanna
versus
take-
Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong. Is that
I thought
right?
we were
Yeah,
taking
let's do Godzilla, Kong, Freddy, Jason. I think I like that a lot.
Now, what
right,
else? What's the other category we have? We have superheroes.
The only thing left that really is Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
And I'll throw something that may or may not be controversial. I don't think it deserves to be in the finals of this episode, even if it's the only one.
Oh, why?
Because
you don't
it's
like the
not-
line, I'm rich.
It's not good. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill could have been a great Superman.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Ben Affleck as Batman even.
He's a good choice.
No, but that movie is a mess.
Yeah.
just a mess.
I would maybe guess that of the people here, I maybe like that movie the most in that I like some things about it. I think it is not
I didn't hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, it has some things to recommend, but I know what it is, and I think I know its reputation. So I am fine if we want to not consider Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And technically, it's not versus; it's V.
Oh, all right.
I think it is not VS. I think it is just Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
You're right.
So
that's why we're eliminating it. And not
Many
because
reasons.
not only did Lex Luthor have hair, he had a lot of hair.
he did have too much hair.
Heisenberg
much
would have
hair.
been a great Lex Luthor. Lose the hair.
Get rid of the hair. He's perfect.
Don't just give him hair
Yep.
because you're being contrarian.
Sure.
Christopher Hitchens is not directing this movie.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder is.
Zack Snyder.
If you don't like the comic books, then you shouldn't make the comic book. But
Yeah.
you're free to not, you don't have to do this. You
I
don't
would
have
maybe
to do
say,
it.
maybe my argument would be that Zack Snyder likes comic books, but only very specific ones made by Frank Miller and no other comics.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So sorry, Zach. Seems like a nice guy. Seems
Probably
like a
nice
very
guy. Yeah,
nice
seems
guy.
like a nice guy. Just has
Nothing
a
against
specific
him.
aesthetic that some don't like.
Yeah, it wasn't my flavor of ice cream, Zach.
That's fair.
That's great.
You still got my money.
Don't yuck anyone's yum, but we are objectively picking the best, and
we are
objectively. There's too many problems with that movie.
Not in the
so our
conversation.
finalists
Not in the conversation.
are Godzilla versus Kong. Is it Godzilla versus King Kong or Godzilla versus Kong? GVK.
Kong.
Okay.
GVK.
FVJ. SPVW. And KVK. Those are our finalists. Now, as we are frequently wont to do on this show, should we do it elimination style, Hal? What do you think? And tell me what order we ought to do it in.
You, then me, then Jordan. So
Great.
Jordan has to make the last choice.
Perfect. All right. Looking at these, Godzilla versus Kong, Freddy versus Jason, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and Kramer versus Kramer. If the promise is of a binary battle, the world does not count as the second half of a binary battle
You
to
know
me.
what? I like that logic. I like that logic.
I'm going to eliminate Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
All right, so we have Kramer versus Kramer, Godzilla versus Kong, and Freddy versus Jason. I'm going to eliminate Kramer versus Kramer.
Wow.
The reason
the
why.
only best picture winner.
Wow.
The only best picture. Nobody went to that movie going, I better see Kramer fight Kramer. They were like, oh, this is a study of divorce and the difficulty of a relationship crumbling and two people finding themselves and a child being in the balance of that. Great movie. But it has verses in the title. I don't think it's not a versus movie to me. I want to have fun, not cry more.
I think that's good logic. And I think what versus has come to mean, it is just, in language, it's always evolving. It's something I love about it. I love language.
You're very good at it too.
Oh, shucks. Thank you.
That's why you write, isn't it?
Well, it's, exactly. So yeah, I think, I think that what versus has come to mean is a throwdown between two things that you want to see fight, and Kramer versus Kramer, yes, the best movie in the bunch. Sure. Easy. But is it the best versus movie?
It's not the most versus movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jordan, as our guest, then it comes down to you, and we will back your play on this objectively for all time. Yeah. We're determining Godzilla versus Kong or Freddy versus Jason.
God, this is tough. This is really tough because I think both are great versus movies. I think what we've done here is we've kind of landed on what makes a versus movie, and arguably, I think these are the two. These are two great examples of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, Hal, I know what you mean. I think that Freddy versus Jason does, have a lot, it does understand itself very well. So many fun, memorable moments. Godzilla versus Kong definitely, embraced the kind of sillier side of kaiju movies that have been absent for a while. Both do what they're doing so good. I think my heart is saying Freddy versus Jason. My heart says Freddy versus Jason is the winner. So I think I am eliminating Godzilla v. Kong. It's painful. I think it could go either way, but I
think that's the correct answer.
Yeah.
I think it's the correct answer. It launched the new modern version 23 years ago of what a versus movie is. And it's one that people had wanted since the 80s.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And shout out to friend of the show, Jason Ritter, one of the stars of Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, cool.
He wasn't the Jason that was battling Freddy.
He gets to live in that.
That's right.
And Monica Keener both live.
Oh, cool.
Spoilers. World. This is the whole thing. It's Freddy versus Jason throughout the whole movie. It is also the only one of these versus movies that has been its own episode of this show that Jason joined us for.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was his first episode, was Freddy versus Jason. So there you go. It is the best versus movie, but there are tons of pretty much all the ones that we mentioned.
Yeah.
And then the subcategory of all the Godzilla movies. They're all worth your attention.
I think
if you haven't seen them, there's a good chance. Notice we didn't mention Ballistic X versus Sever. You can skip that one. That is the one you don't have to watch.
But you have to watch the rest.
Yeah, you do have. I almost watched that just for this, but
I got close.
It's not fun bad, right? Like it's just bad?
No, I opted for Kramer versus Kramer instead.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we go, I do want to throw a little bit of dessert out there. A quick dessert clean slate.
Do you want me to ask and answer this first?
What's that?
Do you want me to stamp that one?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't realize we hadn't finished the stamp.
Freddy versus Jason asked and answered. Dessert time.
Yeah. Okay. We did have, I'm glad you mentioned it. We had Jason Ritter on for our Freddy versus Jason episode. And I think ultimately, I'm not sure. I don't know what the outcomes of these are all the time.
That's the beauty. Go listen and you can tell us.
And then we can tell. Yeah. Or you can tell us. Perfect. But while we have Jordan Morris here, look, there's a lot of them that need to get covered very quickly. And we talked about all of them. So this is knee-jerk reaction, clean slate edition. Ooh. Okay. Here's the battle. And who's the winner? Joe versus Volcano.
Volcano, probably.
Probably Volcano.
Yep. It shoots lava.
Good.
It'd kill it.
Mitchells versus Machines.
Ooh, Machines. The Mitchells are a strong family, and they have love, but ultimately, Machines are cold and unfeeling and would kill humans without thinking about it.
Great. Ford versus Ferrari.
Ooh, not a car guy. So I'm going to say Ferrari just because I'm familiar with that joke. Ford stands for fix or repair daily. So.
And Ferrari was on my Trapper Keeper.
There you go. So yes, featured on more folders. So it wins.
Scott Pilgrim or The World?
Probably The World. Can kill him.
There's
with
a lot more
earthquakes.
people.
Yeah, all the people can kill him.
Yeah.
Avalanches.
Batman versus Superman.
Ooh, I mean, Superman, unless there's a very specific set of conditions where Batman has like a kryptonite suit or something. And we know Batman prepares for everything. In most cases, I think Superman wins pretty easily.
Fair. Yeah. Alien versus Predator.
It's how many aliens, how many Predator? I think in the end the Predator wins because of cunning. It has tech. It's prepared a little bit more. I think the Predator is going into this prepared usually, and the aliens, they're a swarm. They eat. They're not, they don't have big brains or anything. They don't have tech. So yeah, I think the Predator wins.
Cool. And also finally, Sharktopus or Pteracuda.
Don't make me choose.
Sorry, you have to. You're our guest. We have to make you do everything. Boy. And you can come in when you're done cooking as well.
I hope you boys are ready to eat. I made a roast. I'm going to say Pteracuda. Pteracuda. It just feels right. It can probably fly, right?
Yeah.
Can it fly? There you go. All right. Flight wins.
Well, Jordan, it is such a treat to have you here.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us again. Predator Bloodshed coming February. Didn't you also do a little Venom work recently as well?
I'll do a final plug marathon. Predator Bloodshed coming out February 25th. Writing by me, art from Roland Boshi, Rory Coleman. The premise of this is a little bit of a versus. Actually, it is what if the Predator got loose in an underground fighting tournament, much like Mortal Kombat, but we can't say that, so it's its own thing. So it is kind of Predator versus the concept of underground fighting tournaments, where there's a lot
Predator
of
Predator versus the Portal Wombat.
Yes. Everyone will know what that means. Very clear. Yes, Predator versus Portal Wombat. Predator Bloodshed comes out February 25th. You can pre-order it at your local comic book store or at bit.ly/coolfight. bit.ly/coolfight. You can get them in the mail signed by me. So there you go.
Look at that.
And I did a little Venom one shot that's coming out in April, I believe. Let me bring up the listing. Yes, it's called Web of Venom, art by Ramon Rosans and Luke Ross. It's kind of a Venom mystery. There's a new Venom with a red and blue suit, much like a certain Spider-Man. Who's in that suit? It's a established Marvel character who's a little bit of a deep cut, and there's a little clue about it in the press release. So if you want to maybe do a little detective work, find the press release for Web of Venom. We got a little clue there, and that is coming out in April, I believe. Yes, April 8th. Pre-order it at your local comic book shop when you're picking up Predator Bloodshed.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, by the way, pre-ordering this stuff at your local comic shop is a way to make sure they keep bringing you stuff that you like. So it's important to have those pulls set up. And also, thank you for bringing back Forbush Man and putting him inside Venom suit. I appreciate
I'm
that.
not telling Hal. You're being sneaky.
Spoiler.
I'm not saying who's in the suit.
I tried.
It's not, honestly, not a bad guess.
Oh, I hope it's somebody who you would
not
be
a bad
able to
guess.
tell.
Someone. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for being here. Obviously, you are very busy. So thank you for taking the time to come and talk about Versus movies with us.
So much fun. I love this show. Y'all are so funny. It's a wonderful premise. Always a delight to hang out with you guys.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Always love having you on.
You're a treat.
Always love it.
Thanks.
Well, this topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or
find us on the socials at We Got This Podcast, with the exception of Instagram, where we are at We Got This Show. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can listen to or watch pictures of us while you listen to every episode of the show. Bonus video content, past live streams, it's all there, and we're always putting up new stuff there. So make sure you subscribe so that you find out when it drops. Also, join the Discord, bit.ly/WGT Discord. People are joining all the time in dribs and drabs, but we want you to flood us with requests to join the friendliest community on the internet. We'd be happy to have you. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, who has a show called Just a Few Things, and wouldn't you know it, you can see Mr. Jordan Morris as a guest there. You can hear him as well. Picture and sound, get out of here.
Together?
Go check it out.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun.
Also, thank you to researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kilman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us a chance to sit down with our buddy Jordan and talk about fun things in the spirit of this show and exactly what this show is, which would be the three of us sitting at a diner after doing a show and arguing about these very things. So thank you for giving us this opportunity. We hope you feel like you are sitting in that diner with us, because you are the reason we do this show. We couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. So to you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported directly
by you.